Hey everyone, Nadine here again today, and I am going to be making a shaker card using Maker's Movement. I'm going to be using this die, Hello Sunshine stamp and die set. There's a sample of a card on the back. So I'm going to be using that. And then I'm also going to be using, this is the rectangle, I guess, what are they called? Versa dies. So it's perfect foam cutters. So I'm going to be cutting my own foam tape, or my foam adhesive foam. It's this double-sided adhesive craft foam by Maker's Movement. They're pretty thick, which is nice. So anyhow, I'm going to be using the rectangle one and then also the circle one of that. And then they also have their own clear acetate sheets that I'll be using. So for the most part, this is the products I'm going to be using. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is take the outside of the sun and then also the circle. I'm going to have to cut this out, and I'm going to use this patterned paper. I believe this is from Paper House, and if I can find it, I will list it down below in the description along with everything else that I am using. So try to get the circle centered in the middle of the sun as much as I can, and I'm just going to die cut this out using my crossover. Next, using this is going to be my card front panel. I'm going to get an idea of where I'm going to want the sun to be at, and then putting the circle. Actually, let's do it this way. So that looks about right. And then I'm going to tape that down and cut that circle out too. So it'll be looking like that. Okay, so now I'm going to just be taking some scrap pieces of paper, and I'm going to continue die cutting everything out. So this is the word sunshine, and the outside, the outside piece I'm also going to cut into the same as what I did the sun. Okay, so now I am going to cut some foam with the perfect foam cutters. This is the circle one, like I said. And I actually already have one piece that I cut before. So this is a little smaller than the biggest circle, which is fine because I really only need the smaller circle. So I'm going to use up this scrap. So the way you want to do this is you're going to lay the die down onto the, I guess this is the base, the whiteboard, or I don't know which board it is, what it's called. And then I'm going to just lay that on top and then put the metal sheet on top of that. And then the plastic sheet, or yeah, the plastic one. I'm going to stick that in there. And I'm going to have to dial this up. We'll try it at about an 8. Let's see if that cut. Yep. As you can see, it totally cut. It just doesn't cut through the back, which to me is perfect. And I am also going to do the same thing with the rectangle. Okay, so now I am going to start assembling my card. So this is going to go onto there, like so. But before I do that, I'm going to put that behind there. So to pare everything down, I'm going to use my Creative Station Lite from Xyron. I'm going to run all these pieces through. Okay, so now I want to push all those down really well. And a really good trick when pushing these down is taking like a little stylus or something and just going right around the edge of each thing. You can use a bone folder too, which I have used, or this works, and it just helps so you get a cleaner when you pull it off of the backing, so you don't get adhesive strings, I guess is what you'd call them. Now just pulling the backing off. And before I pull all of these off, I'm going to leave the shadow piece on so I can just layer it up right like this. Each layer, it just makes it a little bit easier. So as you can see, I did this in 3 layers, so it's going to be something like that. I'm not sure. I think I want the gold on there. We'll see after I do this layer if the gold will be too much on there or not. Okay, now that I cut the sunshine out in gold, I think I like it just with that on there instead. I'll assemble my card and see if I change my mind. So I'm going to stick this back on here. Okay, on the front panel here, I am going to stamp the UR to go right above sunshine, but I don't want to stick sunshine on there yet. So I'm just kind of tearing around this so I can lay it on there to get an idea of where I'm going to want it. I'm going to take my stamp and lay that on there. And use my anti-static bag on there because I'm going to use some gold embossing powder, so I'm going to stamp it with some VersaMark. And then using gold embossing powder. Okay, now I can stick this down. Now I'm just going to want to cut a piece of the acetate just a little bit bigger than the circle. And with this acetate, there's actually a blue plastic protection on both sides. I'm using my Xyron Mega Runner. I'm just going to go right around this circle. So now taking the circle ones that I cut out already, I saw that it is what size it is, and I'm going to go one up. So it's this one right here. And then I'm just going to place it right down into the center like so. And then taking the rectangles, the outside one is the same size as the card base, so I'm going to go in, like I said, one more. I changed my mind. I think I'm going to go with the exact same one, the outside, because then my circle wasn't going to fit. My circle was going to be in the way. So I am going to go And put this all the way around the outside of the card. And then this side I am going to cut off because my card is a little bit smaller, so that way I can just move it in like that. Now I'm just going to take some sequences that I have, pour those into the middle here. I'm taking the backing off and center it onto the front of the card. Now the last thing I have are these cute little clouds. I'm just going to add around. Okay, so I just want to add some shine, so I'm going to use my Nuvo, the Aqua Shimmer glitter gloss. And I'm going to add this to the clouds. Also onto the word sunshine. And there it is. It is all completed. There's a shaker in there. So fun little You Are My Sunshine shaker card. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so, and if you enjoyed my video, I would love a thumbs up too. Thanks a lot. See you next time. Bye-bye.